Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer from Jen's Poetry Den. Like I said, on this channel, I want to talk about things that involves our community, conversation, and poetry. So today, this topic has been in my thoughts for a long time now, and I just wanted to talk about abuse. I'm going to give you, first of all, and pardon me if I'm looking down, the Webster's Dictionary um, definition of abuse. To put to a wrong or improper use, to use extensively or excessively. In this case that we're going to talk about is language, communication with each other, and when do you draw the line as a person speaking to another person, whether it be at work or at home or anywhere, just in passing. That is the Webster's Dictionary definition of abuse. I'm going to look also at the definition in a biblical sense. It says to dishonor, to make mock of, to insult. That was the Old Testimony. To do harm and defile. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about abuse is that I would like to say this without saying names or anything of the sort. I'm just talking about communication. Now, say for example, you are at work or you deal with customers, and the customers see fit to talk to you in any way they desire, because they feel entitled. So what I'm going to do here is I also wrote the definition of entitlement, which I don't want to get into. I don't want to get off topic of entitlement. Where did I put it on this screen here? Entitled. There are people out there doing entitled. The biblical meaning is another for the sake of making a point. Now, let me get back to my thoughts. Not written, so you have to, this is pure. Say, for example, you are my customer. You call me or you come into my place of business, and because I don't have what you want, you decide you're going to tear me down for that moment because you're entitled to have something that you want right off the bat. No excuses from me. You're the person that you're doing business with. When you tell me something like, you're no good, your business sucks, but don't take it personal, they say. I'm just telling you that your business sucks. And now and then you hit borderline telling me that what I'm saying is stupid. You're using your words to break me down because you did not get what you want at that given moment. So I absorb what you're telling me, and I understand totally that business is business, and there is a domino effect when you don't get what you need because you have people waiting for it. I get it. Now, we talk about abuse. That's a business part of it, and it's very light. I didn't have much that I wanted to say about it because I think we're smart enough to get the idea of what I'm trying to say. Here's another one. Say, for example, I'm home. My husband comes in and his dinner is not cooked, and he decides that he's going to get aggressive in a physical way and sometimes verbally. So he decides he's going to tear me down He's going to back me up against the wall, and he's going to kick me, and he's going to do whatever he wants because he's being abusive. You might say it's not the same thing, but it is. I'm just getting paid for you to say what you want to me. And it doesn't matter who I am. At the moment, I work for a company or I have my own business, so you're going to make sure that you verbally abuse me. Although you're saying to make it look really good, it's not your fault. Think about it for a minute. A long time ago, abuse was not acceptable. Why is abuse acceptable in a business? Think about it for a moment. I know that we all go through things. We all go through situations. We have different lives. We have different issues going on in our lives at a given moment, especially now. We have a lot going on in our lives. So why is it acceptable for us to be so nasty to people? When you think about it, the abuse that a husband or a wife, vice versa, treats their spouse or their partners, and we shouldn't accept that. So why are we accepting verbal abuse from customers? I need you all to comment below, shed some light, because I'm seeing it in a different way. Just help me to understand, why is abuse acceptable these days in any form? It is. So I myself have learned a long time ago, especially in the last few years. I've learned prior, but especially in the last few years, that we're lacking love. We're lacking respect. We're accepting things that are not acceptable, that shouldn't be acceptable. Screaming to people, talking about an issue that is not life-threatening. People understand that you need something, but what is not acceptable is how you treat the person on the receiving end. You might take it for nothing. You might take it as nothing. You might take it as, oh well, they're only making $15 an hour. But you also don't know that there's a breaking point. There is a breaking point. I remember the movie The Burning Bed. That was an amazing movie. But when are we going to really start thinking about how we treat each other? We're all on the same level playing field. No one better than me. So that being said, guys, I just want you to think about how you treat people. Again, like I said, comment. Let me know if I'm missing something in my lifetime, that people are supposed to be very nasty to each other. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. I don't want to present myself in a way where I don't know it all. I've grown and I've learned, and I understand on both sides. But when I think about how it feels, I got really after that had happened to me, I realized that I just got abused in the worst way. It was bad. So that being said, let's take a look at ourselves. Like Michael Jackson would say, one of my favorite songs, take a look in the mirror and make that change. This is Jennifer from Jennifer's Jen's Poetry Den. Take care and be blessed. There was one key point that I wanted to make in regards to this abuse situation is that when you're at work and somebody abuses you verbally, you tell yourself that it's okay because that's what you do for a living. And that's okay. They're allowed to because we didn't do something. So they're allowed to verbally abuse us. Think about it for a minute. Because you're at work, it's okay. Talk to me any way you'd like because I'm getting paid. Let that register in your mind for a moment. Why is that okay? And when you don't get your way, you want to speak to a manager. I will never understand that. Abuse is abuse.